intro. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Personal Trainer Network. I am here today with two lovely people. I'm very grateful to have them. So today I got Coach Alex here and Anissa back. So familiar faces to the channel. I hope you guys really enjoyed their videos. Today we're doing a group discussion. So first we're going to be talking about resistance training versus cardio and all the benefits to both and why maybe you should do one or the other, or whatever these guys have to say about it. I just love to have these conversations, talk about fitness related content. So I hope you guys like it. Make sure you go follow them on Instagram. Their links will be in the description. You go support them, show them some love. So let's start off with you, Anissa. What is your sort of mentality when it comes to cardio versus resistance training, and what is your opinion on that?
So when it comes to cardio and resistance training, it really depends on the person's goal. First of all, you have to look at what their goal is. If their goal is to run for a long term, like 5K, 10K, if they're looking at building their endurance, then obviously cardio is the go-to. And cardio, there's so many different cardio options, and it's about creating a cardio option that is suitable for the client as well. You want to make sure they're enjoying it, they're loving it, because if it's not something that's sustainable for them and it's not something that they're appreciating and loving to do, they're not going to stick to it. So you got to find that. If their goal is more fat loss or strength training, or just building more strength in terms of that, or building a certain type of physique, I go for more resistance training. Also, that is the go-to also for fat loss, and use cardio as more of an additional tool. I never use it as a prime means of training. It's more of an additional tool to kind of help them when it comes to plateaus or fat loss, but you actually don't even need to incorporate any cardio to lose weight. Resistance training has been proven time and time again to be the primary tool, and also you actually tend to burn more fat for a longer period of time post-workout compared to cardio. Cardio, you actually burn more calories during your cardio workout, but when it comes to the actual calories you burn over a longer period of time, resistance training is beneficial. So, and you also, I always ask a client too, like, do you want to just be a smaller version of yourself, or do you want to be, once you've lost the weight, do you just want to be a smaller version of yourself, or do you want to actually look more toned, more defined? And 10 times out of 10, it's always, oh no, I want to look more defined. I don't just want to look smaller. So always resistance training helps build that lean muscle mass, which is going to help you look more toned, look more defined after you've lost that weight. And then nutrition comes into that as well. But that's kind of generally my take on cardio versus resistance training.
Okay. And Alex?
Yeah, hey, listen, she pretty much summed it up. My philosophy is the exact same, like, exactly what you said. And you start off whether you do cardio or strength training, totally depends on the individual's goal. If they're an athlete, they're a performer, their job is to be able to run fast or long distance or whatever the case is, then we focus on that first, and we spend most of our time doing that. Now, if the individual is a strength athlete and they want to get stronger, they want to build more muscle, then we focus on strength training. But if the person is just the general population we're talking about, and somebody who just wants to get in shape, wants to look good, wants to lean, wants to look good naked, we focus on strength training. Strength training is, for me, it's the number one thing. It's my go-to. I love it. I live by it. Like what Anisha said, it's been proven over and over again. It helps people to get in the best shape possibly they can, lose the weight, and keep the weight off, right? It helps to build more muscle on your body means you can burn more calories, as at rest. So it's huge. Now, I do believe, like what she said, you don't necessarily need cardio for the most part to lose the weight. But what I like and what I'm starting to love about cardio is I would definitely need that when we're talking about heart health. All right. It's good to do strength training. It's good to get lean and look good, all that stuff. But I definitely would recommend, I would never have a program where there's like zero cardio. There would be some type of cardio because it's important to build that heart health as well. All right. Because you can have a great body, you can look good, you can be lean, you can rip. But if your heart is poor, then that's problematic as well. All right. So for me, it's definitely going to be a combination of both. Now, I would always choose strength training over, cardio, but there should be, no matter what your goals are, you need to incorporate both of them at one point in the program that you're following, for sure.
And for me, simply, I do both. I train both when it comes to clients, depending on what they enjoy, depending on, ultimately their goals. Because the reality is some people, they enjoy cardio more. Some people, they enjoy resistance training more. Some people like the feeling of lifting and sort of finding that mind muscle body connection, that natural sort of affinity you find when you do the specific movements. You can actually feel the muscles contracting. You can feel the muscle expanding. It's pretty fascinating when I get to work the client and I'm like, really focus on contracting that glute, or really focus on contracting your quads or your hamstrings, and they actually figure it out. They feel it for the first time, and it's like a light bulb turns back on. It's kind of incredible to see, because they get to see for themselves, not just from me speaking. Because I feel like a lot of times when we train people, we tell them, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it, this is what you're doing, and they don't really get it, because they don't have any sort of frame of reference. So it's always very interesting to do that. You know what I mean? And I think I had another question, but I think you guys both kind of answered it. Do you really need cardio when it comes to a training program? And like Anissa, you said it yourself, but if you guys want to expand on that anymore at all.
Yeah, and also just kind of another note, like too, I find I'm more out of, I don't know, this is just my preference, but I find like I'm a lot more out of breath, and I feel like my heart is working 100 times more doing resistance and strength training than when I'm doing cardio. Like, if people think also resistance training is a form of cardio, depending on what you're doing as well. So keep in mind, like, cardio is just something that has become almost kind of a fad too, and people are like, oh no, I just need to run and burn a bunch of calories to lose weight. Like, you have to understand that there's a process to it, and also you want it to be more enjoyable. And for a lot of people too, lifting weights and doing strength training and different variations of resistance and strength training is a lot more fun and sustainable than just running on a treadmill, or which is what people think when you think cardio. They just think, okay, I just have to run or bike or do the elliptical. And actually there's a lot of other forms of cardio too that are a lot more fun, like Zumba and dance classes. You just want to find what's more sustainable for you. But in terms of your goals, in terms of fat loss, definitely resistance training. And like Alex mentioned before, work on your heart health, incorporate some cardio there, just also to get extra steps in for you as well. Steps are huge. Just movement is really, really going to help you get that fat loss. Outside of your workouts, you should be moving throughout the day. But yeah, that's my key.
Absolutely. Again, you nailed it. You said it perfectly. Just to piggyback off of what she said, for me, when it's like, do you need cardio? For me, I would say yes. I I won't be on the fence. I'll say yes. I think you do need cardio. But like what she says, it's the type of cardio. Yeah. People automatically think when you talk about cardio, like we said, we're on a treadmill, we're a bunch of hamsters just running on a treadmill for an hour, 2 hours a day. No. You can use weights as a form of cardio. If you're lifting the weight, you're moving fast, and you're doing higher reps, you're taking short breaks, that is definitely going to help your heart health as well. Yep. Even as something as simple as walking every day for an hour or so, just walking. If you enjoy walking, you can do that. That is heart health. So for me, the answer is yes, you do need some form of cardio. If you're just purely strength training, I would say that there's a component of your fitness that you're going to be missing out on, not improving your heart strength, for me.
No, I agree. I really can't add much to that. I would just say that the best approach is to find, again, what not only works for you, but for some people, full body exercises, like just doing it, HIIT training, everything, just incorporating it, no weights added. That sometimes is the best approach for some people. Like, they may like that form of cardio better than just running outside or doing laps or something like that. Sometimes literally just squat, things like that,
Yeah, absolutely. Like even playing a sport, going outside, playing basketball, you know what I mean? Going outside, playing soccer, or whatever. Obviously we're locked down now, but when we're able to do that, that's a form of cardio. I even try to do things that are outside of, just the standard running, squatting. Let's go outside and let's play some basketball. Let's go outside and play some soccer. Let's box let's hit the bag. All that stuff, you could switch it up and have fun with it and keep things interesting for your members, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's one of the things I've really incorporated. I want to learn all the different types of working out, different types of stuff. Like I'm telling you, before COVID, I signed up for Taekwondo. I was gonna film it and everything. I was gonna see me get my butt whooped. That was gonna be hilarious. And then kickboxing too. I had all that lined up, but unfortunately COVID. But yeah, that's always the best approach, is a wide range of things to sort of just train your body at certain times. Because, for instance, when it's cold, when it's winter, because obviously we're all Canadian and everything. When it's winter outside and it's cold, people don't want to do cardio, right? They tend to more do lifting. They tend to more do stuff inside, and that's not always the most exciting thing. So getting that punching bag in your house or something like that can always help as well too.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for being a part of this again. Please let them know where they can find you, your Instagram, everything. All of that will be in the link in the description below, but feel free to tell them all about it.
Yeah. Okay. So you can find me on Instagram at Anisa Albasadi. It's just my full name. And yeah, that's basically where you can find me the most active on social media.
All right, guys. You can find me on OnlyFans. No, I'm joking.
I was about to say,
I'm kidding, guys. You can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. The name Strength Camp Toronto. Just search that. I'll pop up. Like it, follow it, get some good information off that.
Yes, please go follow them and go show them some support. If you haven't yet liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for being a part of it again. And we will see you guys soon again. So thank you.
Thank you.